Well, over the next couple of months, a lot of reflecting here at Chip Ganassi Racing after a record 17th NTT INDYCAR Series championship, and of course, number 4 for this young man as well. Great to kind of, I don't know, roundtable, literally a roundtable, but kind of reflect on what is a tremendous season. Alex Palou, of course, the newly crowned 4-time NTT INDYCAR Series champion. Barry Wanser, the longtime team manager for the 10 car, and Ricky Davis, another legend, the longtime chief mechanic for the 10 car as well. All right, so let's just, for those of you just joining us, let's kind of reflect, first of all, on the season. 8 wins, tied for 4th most all time in a season, record tying 10 appearances in the Firestone Fast 6. You led the series in wins, podiums, top 5s, top 10s, races led, laps led, average start and average finish. Man, it's really too bad. It could have been a better season for you guys.
It could have.
It could have been better. That's the thing, though. That's the racer mentality. We could have done better, right?
But certainly we're really happy with how everything played out. So, but we definitely reflect back on some of the ones that slipped through our fingers. So
yeah,
that's kind of the thing. It doesn't matter if you're stick and ball sport or racing. Yes, you've accomplished a lot, but maybe the most vivid thing you remember is what could have been. Maybe the races you didn't win. Is that accurate?
Yes and no. I don't think we punish ourselves for those missed opportunities. But obviously, when you reflect and you see everything that we were able to achieve, and then you have those moments, those races that you're like, oh, if Alex didn't do this, or if Alex did this, or if we would have done that, we could have got even more. But I would say that's normally the nature of the sport, or like, what if. But the fact that we're able to be the best team in 8 of those races speaks a lot about the work that these guys have put in.
Let's kind of go through race by race a little bit, at least at the beginning. Go back to the opener of St. Pete. How much did that win? I mean, you started, 8th, I think, in that race.
Yeah.
So qualifying, maybe the performance wasn't there. But how did that set the stage for a championship year? We'll go down the line. Ricky, your thoughts?
Well, it set the stage knowing that our qualifying effort wasn't as good as we wanted, but we also know that we can win from whatever position we start. So it then became up to us as the crew guys to make sure that the car is right and our pit stops are good. And then that left the rest up to Barry and Alex to figure out.
It's very personal, before we get to you, Barry, on that. It's very personal for the team. Individually, you talk about the crew guys, right? I mean, if you guys aren't having success, he's not having success, the team's not having success, so it really starts with you guys, right?
It does, and it all starts with their mentality of preparation, and a lot of the air around you, right, sets your mode and your mood. And what we have with Alex and Barry both, always being so upbeat and so happy to be here and know that it's the greatest day of our lives because we're at a racetrack, helps the guys a lot. And it keeps their mood up. And they never stop working hard to make sure that we're 100%.
Barry, St. Pete set the stage for it?
yeah, absolutely. You know, going into St. Pete as a team, we haven't done well there. I think prior to this year, we won it once with Dario, once with Marcus Ericsson. You know what I mean? So it's always been a challenging race for us. We've been contenders before, and it just didn't work out. So we caught a little bit of luck there at the end by going 1 lap further than our teammate Scott. But they had the radio issue. But to come out on top was certainly set the momentum that we were hoping for to start the season.
You're coming off a championship year the year before, so you win the first race of 2025. You got to be feeling pretty good about things, right?
Yeah, and especially we won, I think, only 2 races in 2024, which is amazing, but it's not like the wins were like coming at every single race weekend. So to go to St. Pete, a place that it was not my best place or the team's best place, and get there and start a season with a win, it felt like, oh guys, like we're really good and we can achieve some great things. That's what you always hope for. That's what you always try and work for, to try and go out and win every single race that you have. But the fact that you can start winning, as Ricky says, that's we're on a path to win every single race of the season, right? Because we started winning. So it kind of made everybody get rewarded by all the off-season work that they did.
Well, that speaks to consistency that you guys have had, because to his point, you guys only won 2 races. I say only, but you only won two races in 2024.
And that was still a good year.
And that's a hell of a year, right?
Yeah,
We've talked about this before. Like, to win 2 races is a good year. To win 3 or 4 races is a great year. So like this year's just been like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And to your point, you getting that ball rolling, you go to the Thermal Club. I mean, yes, you won. Really, Pato was the dominant driver, and Aaron McLaren was the dominant team, but you still had what it took to get up front. I mean, the dramatic closing seconds of that race for you to get to the lead was something special.
Oh, Ward goes to defend. Palou has such speed and he's late on the brakes, up on the inside, and that will be the lead of the race for Alex Palou.
Yeah, I would say that strategy played a very big role on how the race was looking at the beginning,
right,
and how it ended. I feel like we all felt like we had a really big chance of winning that race, and we were looking really good even after first or second stint, because we knew we were saving the best for last, and nobody else had that. So we knew that we're on a really good spot.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the strategy is decided before the race, right? The big part of the strategy on the road course, street course is what tires we're going to start on. So, you know, that one, you know, Alex is a big part of that. You know, we don't make those decisions. We kind of flip-flop back and forth through practice and qualifying of what we think what we want to do, but it's not till like literally after the warm-up where we have to declare where we kind of decide, but we go back and forth quite a bit in between that, you know, between Alex, myself as race engineer, Julian, and Brian Welling, our performance engineer, and Blair Bean, our assistant engineer. So it's not an easy decision because you can get it wrong, and that one, speaking to the Thermal, we had it right because we had the best tires for the end.
When they're making these decisions, what are you thinking, Ricky?
Hoping they're making the right ones.
Now, sometimes we have a predetermined plan. You know, even later in the year, there was a predetermined plan before he got in the car, and Julian and I and Brian, we changed the plan during the race, and we got to, are you sure? I thought that wasn't part of the plan, or you know, so, you know, we're seeing sometimes more than he is, but, you know.
I remember several occasions, I think, on the radio, and you're listening to this too, Ricky, but you're trying to tell him this is what we're going to do and convince him this is the right decision. Even those times, are you trying to convince yourself this is the right decision?
Oh, man, you're always trying to convince yourself it's the right decision. You know, you never know how it's going to play out, so, you know. But, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's obviously, it's fun to race that way. It's, I think, IndyCar racing, because of the alternate tires, creates a lot of different strategies where we, you know, it creates, you know, it's exciting. It's fun. It's not cookie cutter. Like, it's not just predetermined. So,
and everything these guys are deciding affects you guys over the wall.
Yeah, it does, and we have to stay ready with whatever tires we have, you know, for the race. That I have to make sure that the guys have the correct sets in line, and we're moving them forward or putting that one back, moving one from the back to the front, and you just have to be aware of everything that's going on. And luckily I get to listen in on the intercom and hear that and watch Barry sweat sometimes. But yeah, we just stay ready. It's just you guys have to stay focused and know what they have to do when it's called upon them.
You got a couple wins. You go to Barber Motorsports Park, and to me that seems like when everything just all kind of came together for this 2025 season. You start on the pole. Heck, you led 81 of the 90 laps in that race. It was as if nothing could go wrong. Accurate?
No, like while you're doing it, like you go through phases that you're like, oh no, this is not going the right direction, even though maybe you're leading, but maybe a strategy, a yellow, or you see somebody that has a lot more pace than you in a set of tires that shouldn't be as fast. You're like, oh, like they're approaching us. But yeah, looking back and looking at how that race went and played out, it was one of those races that we had perfect execution on everything. Like the setup was great. The pit stops, we had the best pit stops, the best strategy, and then we're able to just put everything on the track.
When things are happening like that, what's it like on the stand?
Well, it's always pretty calm on the stand. You know, we're constantly talking about the strategy, and again, we talk about it. We're really just trying not to screw it up, right? We're trying to win the race. We're trying, you know, we talk about it before. If you can't finish first, finish second. If you can't finish second, finish third. But we're just trying to do the best we can and make the best decisions. And we had a good year of good decisions.
Yeah.
You know, you look at some of the races we talked about, like some of the ones you get that you kind of slip away. like for me, Toronto, we were in position to do really well there, but the two yellows really, kind of ruined our strategy, and that's put us behind, and there was no chance of winning at that point. But again, that can happen any race, any year. It's just everything kind of went our way, and you talk a lot about the good crew, good strategy, and we can't forget about this great driver here.
Yeah.
He's been done an amazing job for us. So
I'm not sure, to that point, I'm not sure you could ask for a better month of May than what you guys had.
Oh wow.
I mean, yeah, even just thinking about it, right? What was an obstacle that maybe people don't know that you guys had to overcome to not only win, obviously, the GP, but then the Indy 500?
I would say speed and then execution. Like, to win at the 500, it's tough. Like, you have, 5 pit stops we had this year?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Or more, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, to get them right, to do it under caution with all the pressure, and for all the crew to do it right and not lose like half a second, that maybe it's three positions under caution, and then puts me in a place of like having to take too much risk or having to go for, I don't know, like too aggressive on the tires, and then I'm not good enough at the end. So yeah, I think that execution that you need for that race to go right, that's something that people think that you have it all under control, and while you're doing it, you don't feel that way.
Like the Indy GP is just kind of a normal race.
Yeah.
And we're kind of using that to keep the momentum or build momentum if you don't have it already. But we had the momentum, just keep it going into the 500. Yeah, it's, we've had great cars, fast cars, and, pit out, and we've had problems getting taken out. And, Indy's tough. It's a long race, and it's hard to win. So
It's a 3-hour race. Are you on edge the whole time?
The whole time. Absolutely the whole time.
it's amazing.
Like the tension alone.
Yeah. Even from, the time that we roll out of the garage and we're sitting in the pit box waiting to go with the front straight or grid the cars, I'm consistently looking at the car, everything right, just having, although I've looked at it for a month, right? I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything and everything is ready to go. And then you have to worry about, the next concern is, okay, we got to go to grid. Well, you're dealing with all the people on pit lane, and you got to make sure that no one's in the way and that no one's stepping on the car, and you got to get it out there. And then the concern he gets in the car, is the drink bottle going to work this time? Is the radio going to work? There's so much stuff that, all the gray hair I have is from worrying about that kind of stuff.
It's just from the 500 alone.
Absolutely. I mean, that they say, oh, we're not there a month anymore. Well, we are. Right, and that feeling every day you walk in the place, it's a special feeling. It really is a love-hate place, because you walk in every day and you love it, and then when you leave at the conclusion of the 500, there's only one team that loves it. Everybody else really hates it, because what you're trying to achieve slipped away from you for whatever reason it is, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, there are 33 stories individually throughout the course of that race. Only one team is really happy at the end of it. Are you able to breathe at all on race day for the 500?
Yeah,
before
the start, it's pretty easy. You're taking it in, it's awesome. It's just absolutely amazing to take it all in. All the pre-race festivities and stuff is absolutely incredible. And then just to participate is a privilege in itself. So, Ricky and I are pretty fortunate.
You won a few.
We won a few here with Chip Ganassi Racing. It was nice to get Alex's first,
be
part of that, but it was even better for Ricky and I to be part of our 6th.
Yep.
So
just throw that out there.
Yeah, just
putting it
there.
You've got one. But at the risk of a cliche question, what is it like to win the Indy 500?
It's huge. Like, the thing is that you cannot prepare for that, because you are there for a month, and you don't know if it's going to go your way or not, and you don't know that until the last lap of the race.
It is now or never for Marcus Ericsson, but Palou has the lead. Palou has the advantage, and the caution is out.
Yellow.
Caution is out. Palou will win.
So you're not preparing yourself, you're not preparing your mind or your body or your emotions for that, and then suddenly you win and you let everything out, and it's an explosion of emotion. Yourself in the car, how happy I was, but I just wanted to get out of the car to see my team, like to celebrate with them, and then seeing them like cry and so happy, and being able to do that in front of so many people. Like, it's a constant energy that you can, I don't know, everybody's feeding you with great stuff, and it's it's the best moment that you can get in racing.
It's an emotional release too. I mean, the tension of the entire month, the entire days leading up to it. Did you get emotional at all? Did you
yeah,
tear
for
up a
sure.
little bit?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, in the car.
I don't know if in the car. I would say once I got out of the car and you see like your team.
Yeah.
I saw my dad as well. I saw my wife. I don't know, like you see everybody so happy. It means so much for everybody, but it's more like what you see that brings to your team. That's what really, I don't know. It's an emotion that it's tough to explain.
Yeah.
And I never felt before.
Well, and last thing about this, you never know if that win's going to be your last.
You never know, correct?
When especially you guys have been.
Absolutely.
You don't know if you're going to get number 7.
Right.
So enjoy it now, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's the only choice you have.
Yeah.
And I was very emotional for a couple of different reasons. I was yelling so hard I had no voice left.
Really?
I didn't have a voice probably for 2 weeks. I was yelling so it was unbelievable. And for me as a chief, I won it in 08 with Dixon, so it was 17 years that I waited, and 17 years that I tried, and 17 years I left there crying because we didn't win for, whatever the reason was. To get it this May was it's one that I'll never forget. No matter how many more I win, this will be the most special to me.
Before we started recording, you talked about your mother, who you lost earlier in the year, and what did she say to you?
First time in 35 years. We talk every Monday after a race, but it was the first time this past off season that she said, "You're gonna win." All the years before it was, "Do you think you can win? How do you think you're gonna do?" And she told me, "You're gonna win it," and that's what was so emotional for me because she didn't live to see it, and I literally lost it, and then I lost it again when I saw Alex on the front straightaway.
It's such an amazing event.
It is.
Yeah. Have you thought about next year? You're going back as a champion, and
honestly, no, I haven't. I just
you'll get there.
I am very sad that it's ending. I'm very sad that this year has been so fast.
Yeah.
Especially like it's been so good that it makes it even faster. And I'm sad that we cannot continue to extend it. I'm sad that next May is not going to be the same. Maybe it's even better.
I was going to say, it could be.
Yeah, but I've never experienced something better than what I've already experienced. So I'm like, oh no, I just don't want to lose this. But at the same time, it's very special. It's very special, and I cannot wait to go there as a champion, see our face there when we enter every morning, and see if we can.
Well, your face, not our
my
face.
Maybe your face a little bit smaller.
Want me for in the back? You were in the back. Photo bombing.
It's such an emotional release. You talked about it. There's a couple of races right after that. You got Detroit.
Yeah.
You got Worldwide Technology Raceway. You get back into the fray at Road America with another race you won before. You guys are awfully good at, and that kind of ignited maybe the second half of the season for you guys on this championship push. Your thoughts on that?
I know. I think it just kept us rolling.
I don't think that there's been a moment where we.
You let off the gas, so to speak.
No.
No, like Detroit, we got taken out, but it's after Indy, you're still celebrating Indy.
Yeah.
So even if
you're exhausted, right?
Right.
Yeah, I was
still
destroyed.
barely talk.
I could barely talk. I did not have any good preparation like we always do. Like I remember like missing stuff, or it was actually the first engineering meeting that I was late.
Really?
Yeah, because I just got my wake up time wrong, and I showed up 10 minutes later like, oh, good morning. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Like to get Indy, you're happy, you celebrate, you go to this media tour, and then you go straight to Detroit. It's tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. But going back to your question, I never felt this year like, oh, we're in the middle of the season and we're like kind of on the race or we're dropping. Like we always felt like we can do this.
Yeah.
Every single weekend.
I don't think we ever lost the momentum.
No.
Like it certainly helped knowing we after each event we were still the points leader, right? So it's like, and I think sometimes that's even harder to not succumb to the pressure that you're the leader and you don't want to lose the lead rather than chasing somebody who's the leader. So we were pretty fortunate there, but we just, again, it just we take it race by race, and
yeah.
I mean the car is pretty much everywhere everywhere we went this year, the engineering staff just amazing with how the cars unloaded from the trucks. Like they were quick right away. So they're working on, him and Julian are working on like fine tuning what he needs to make it better. We're not throwing the kitchen sink at it.
You guys clinched with a couple races left. This is, I mean, just hearing you guys talk about it, Ricky, this is a magical season.
Oh, it's something that I never thought I'd witness, let alone be a part of. I don't even know if magical does any justice. It definitely is something that is going to be very hard to replicate, and I certainly hope next year we can win 9 races to and the 500 again. That's the only way we can better this season. But I never really try to compare the seasons. We just shoot for that same goal, right? Win the 500, win the championship, and that's all we can do. But this season is always going to be in the back of our mind.
Yeah, 8 races with Alex is just amazing. Like in the late '90s, Ricky and I were here with Vassar, Zanardi, Montoya days, and we've had some years where we won quite a few races, but it was fairly evenly split amongst the drivers, right? But for us to come away with Alex with 8 wins, just incredible, and even more so the 6 poles.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And the short oval poles.
Yeah, the short
you know
oval
what I mean?
poles,
Like
those are the most
those are big. Those are big. Like okay,
What?
we've already proven we can do the road course, 3-course poles, but like everybody's talking about can Alex win on a short oval and stuff. So, we knew we could. It just didn't happen yet and stuff. So to get those poles, it's just that's the momentum you need. It's like all right, now we can win the race.
So that was the next step in the development of the driver, is to just get some stuff, post some stuff on the short ovals, then there should be no questions.
For sure.
Point,
I mean, I think we always felt like we could make it.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, we're never like fast, or we're never like good on traffic, or we're not 100% yet. So you're always chasing that. And I think this year was the first one.
Yeah.
So we kind of got the first taste in Iowa. We got the pole there, we won, but it was a bit of a strategy. So I think we're running 3rd or 4th. We got a good caution, kind of put us in the lead, and we won the race. So it's a win, but it had a but, right? But then you go to Milwaukee, and we got the pole, and we felt like we could have won that race. And although we didn't win that one, we felt like we did the best we could, and that we were able to fight for the win. So I cannot wait for next year.
Yeah, 2026 can't get here soon enough in that regard. So in that way, let's go back 5 years ago, 2020. When you're driving for Dale Coyne with the old Go Racing days, right? He had a really nice season for Dale. Podium at Road America, he qualified 7th at the Indy 500, qualified in the top 4 on 3 different occasions that year. What did you guys see looking down pit lane in him in a Coyne car that caught your eye, or caught Chip's eye, or caught this team's eye, that, hey, maybe we should think about Alex in the future?
Well, I think for me it was just knowing that he kept himself out of trouble, and he had some very good finishes. Was very impressive, because you get guys in that want to try to prove themselves, and right away they're overstepping their bounds of what they're capable of, and even learning what the car is capable of. And he didn't do that. He ran to what the car was actually capable of, and maybe got those finishes because of it, and probably could have done better had he tried to maybe push it a little bit further, but he didn't. And that's the positive thing about him. Even to this day, he won't push it to where he knows that this is safe, this is good, and he won't take that next little half a step that can get himself into trouble.
Barry?
I've said it before, my memory of Alex in 2020 watching him, and we're always watching the young drivers, but what impressed me was his pass on the outside of turn 1 in Road America, passing a car.
Palou pops out, dirt flying, and he makes it happen. Wow, Palou, what a move to hang on to it and not lose anything on corner exit.
I was like, all right, this guy's got some potential.
Remember that pass?
No, there was no way to know that
Right.
6 months later, 7 months later, he was going to be our driver. You know what I mean? Be part of the team. But I at least when I heard from Chip and Mike, like, this is who we got for the 10 car, I was like, all right,
we can work with this.
We can work with this, absolutely.
But you had no idea what
No.
the future would be like.
Of course not.
In IndyCar, right? No. I mean, the opportunity for you to be in IndyCar alone was a major step.
Oh yeah,
correct?
it was. It was during 2020. well, for me, it was huge to be part of IndyCar during 2020.
Yep.
But during 2020, it was COVID, it was tough. We didn't get all the testing or all the practice that we needed, so I was struggling a lot. And I didn't know if I had a seat for 21. So I started speaking to Japan already.
Thinking about going back.
Yeah, because that's where I was racing in 2019. Yep. So my mind was already like, I don't think I'm gonna have a seat here, so I might need to go to Japan, which was fine. Like it was not like devastating. I wanted to be here, but then Chip and Mike and everybody at CGR came with.
Who'd you hear from first from CGR? Remember?
I heard from Roger, who's my guy, and he said, "Hey, I've been speaking to Chip." I was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Yeah. It's like, yeah, good job.
Okay, right. Yeah,
good job.
right. Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe we need to shoot for a little bit lower, you know, like, like it was. Yeah, they won the championship with Scott that year, and I think they won like the first 4 races. 3 with Scott, 1 with Felix. So when he said, "Oh, I'm talking with Chip to see next year," I was like, "Okay, whatever." But then I remember the first meeting with Chip and Mike, and I was obviously terrified. But I remember that moment, and
nervous?
And I was.
Were you nervous?
Of course, I was terrified. I just didn't know what to do or say or what. I mean, Chip is like, if you don't know Chip, it looks intimidating, right? It does. Even if you know him.
Even if you know him, yes.
But no, honestly, if you don't know Chip, he looks intimidating. And he's won so much. He has such a big structure that you know that he's like one of the gods of motorsport. So for me to speak to him, I just felt really small, and I didn't want to offend anybody. I was like, I just want to drive for you.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Were you afraid you messed up the interview? Like you left and went, I blew that.
Oh
one.
no, it was good. It was just a normal conversation.
Yeah.
It was not like an interview of like, it was easy. Yeah. He just, he was really caring about what I wanted from IndyCar and my love for the sport. And where did I come from, and that's all he wanted to know.
Solid decision by the team, huh?
Yeah, very. We're pretty happy.
It's worked out okay. You mentioned some of the champions you've had. Is Alex similar in any way to any of those drivers? Or is he his own man?
I don't like to compare drivers.
You said that.
He is himself. He is probably equal talent to all the drivers that we've had here. The one thing I've noticed different about him is he's a flat surface the whole time. He doesn't get angry. If it's not going right, it doesn't go right. If it's going great, it's going great, right? There's no bad days for this guy. That's the thing I noticed. I mean, and he doesn't have like Zanardi was very fiery, very angry, and he would say, yell on the radio about another driver. This guy, he's just there, and the talent level is amazingly similar.
On the radio, you've had some questions though about some of the decisions.
Well, he questions, but he never, he's not calling any names, right?
Right.
But it all goes because we
sure I've heard before.
Because
I remember, like, in all fairness, like, I give credit. Like, it's not just me. I'm the voice on the radio, but I'm just part of the strategy, right? Like, he's a part of the strategy, myself and Julian and Brian. Like, we're constantly discussing it. So
yeah.
I mean, we go through the strategy before the race.
Yeah, for sure.
And we pick, in our minds, the best. It's like unbeatable strategy. So then, I already have cons for all other strategies. It's like, oh, we should go on Reds. No, because we spoke about this, and Reds is the terrible decision now. So whenever they change, I'm like, what? We just spoke about that. But then, obviously, I know that I don't have all the information. I only have my 4 tires, my steering, the car in front, the car behind, and I can try and read what's going on, but I don't have all the information. I don't know if somebody else with those tires have been really good, or if what we need to do for fuel, whatever, it's something different. So, yeah, I question. I don't get angry. I just don't reply anymore.
Not all the time.
Not all the no.
But you're never that animated on the radio either.
No.
You don't say, you go, are you sure?
Are you sure? And then when I don't if I don't agree with him, I just stop talking. I'll be like, okay, you win. It's okay.
And to his credit, when they change it and it's right, he says, I'm glad you went with your strategy, not mine.
Yeah.
He will give full credit.
Of course.
Fair enough.
You know, so again, what's great about IndyCar racing is you really don't know how the race is going to play out.
Right.
You have to, make decisions during the race. Every race you're making decisions.
Yep.
And, a big thing in the races with the high deg of the alternate tires, the soft tires, you never know whether used alternates are going to be good in the race or over, sticker primary. So on the hards. So, I can't remember, there was one race, he's still good at getting his way, where he probably knows Julian and we're talking about it, and he'll come on and I'm thinking next set of tires are used alternates, right?
I don't want to say it, but
in a way, that's what we want to hear.
Right.
Right? Because then we're like, all right, we're done talking about whether we think there's going to be, all right, we're going to do it.
yeah. I think it was Laguna this year.
Yeah, I think it was.
I love the passive-aggressive approach. That's good. Yeah, it's really well done.
Yeah.
Well, we need that feedback from him. He's the one, he's the one that's, performing on the tires. We have to ask him how the car is, right?
Yeah.
How's the balance of the car? What's, so
Yeah.
how are the tires? Besides reminding them to take care of the tires.
As good a season as you've had, and it's obviously tremendous, you don't have your own parking spot here at Chip Ganassi Racing, like
Chip,
someone else.
Ricky does.
Ricky does.
I know.
So something to shoot for?
I think he has done a lot.
35
at this
years.
Team.
You
Yeah,
can
he
make
has
it.
done a lot.
You can make it.
And a surgery.
And a surgery.
Yeah, all right,
To
explain.
allow for a closer parking spot.
Explain how this happened,
Well,
Ricky.
like 3 years ago, I had my right knee replaced, and I wasn't supposed to be coming to work, but I decided to come to work a couple of times just for a few hours so I could stay kind of close to everybody. And the only parking spot was way out here on the end. And as I come in, limping in, one of the, Tim White, who's one of our shop-based guys, said, "You should have a parking place right here." Well, he made it happen, and that evening I had my own parking place. So, yeah, it does take a little bit of something happening to you and some time,
The photos are great, by the way, on the sign.
The photo's good. The photo's good.
Those are solid. By the way, did you know both these guys used to go over the wall and
What
do
do you
pit
mean?
stops?
No,
Pit stops, yeah.
I didn't know you.
You-
I knew Ricky.
He's not a big historian of the team, apparently. Remember, he was born the year I started with the team.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Ricky, you used to change tires.
I did.
Right front, correct?
I did, yep.
And you did
I did the jack vent.
jack vent.
Yep, when it was dual point refueling. So the vent was separate from the fuel probe and the jack, and it was in the center of the car.
See, all the stuff you're missing. How do you
know.
not know this?
Well, we have a lot of stuff that we talk about.
That's
but
right.
And
I won my first Indy 500, our first Indy 500 with Juan Pablo, did the jack
in
vent.
2000, doing
In
the jack
2000,
vent.
yeah.
And you said you guys miss it, going over the wall.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I do. But since I've stopped, I haven't had a bad pit stop ever. So I'm happy about that.
I hear you on that.
There you go. Last couple things here. Unfinished business for 2026. If you had to say what that is, what is it for you? What do you want to do or accomplish?
Same thing. I think winning is amazing. It's the best thing in life. It's the best reward that you can get. But you wake up Monday after the win, and you need to do it all over again. I don't think you can live on that past. Whenever we start 2026, it's not that I need to complete what we've done in 2025. I think we need to create everything from zero. Everybody's going to start with 0 points, and nobody's going to care if we won 25 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we all need to start from zero. And that's what I really love about the sport. It gives everybody the opportunity every year, every race to just be the best. And that's what the business we need to go after. Try and go in St. Pete and try and get the win and then do it again. So, yeah, it's not that we have unfinished business. It's that we need to start the business all over.
To do it all over again. If you wake up on race day and not thinking about what you need to do to the car, it's probably the time you need to retire, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's when I will be done mentally and
That's it.
physically for sure.
The
But
sport-
for me, unfinished business. If we can try to duplicate what we did last year, but one thing I would like to see achieved while I'm still a part of it is for the 10-car crew to win the Indy Pit Stop Challenge. That would be, that's one thing that they're missing, and they're very capable of doing it. We just haven't had things roll our way, so some kind of hoping for, along with maybe 9-10 wins next year. That
Just
we can,
9 or 10, yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
You guys still finished second in the
We
pit
did.
stop
Yeah, they
performance.
did. They did a great job.
Yeah, for the season-long challenge. That was pretty cool. For you, what is it? 10 wins? That'd be nice, right?
Yeah, I mean that's just crazy to think about that. But you know, I hold a position with a team where, you know, on a day-to-day basis, you know, I'm helping the entire team succeed, all the drivers succeed, right? The entire team succeed. We're separated when we get to pit lane, right? So for me, when I get to pit lane, nothing would make me happier than him getting his second Indy 500 to be a two-time winner. Because once you get that one, then it starts to reduce the list of people on the list, and he's certainly capable. We know we're capable. We'll see whether we're fortunate or not. So the one thing that does carry over from the success from this year into next year is we'll have pit out at St. Pete.
That's right.
Yep.
That's big.
It's big.
So we'll take
It's a
our
good hub.
confidence, and having pit out is really a big accomplishment. So
One advantage
And then-
at a time. You'll take it, right?
correct.
Yeah.
That's the only race that isn't decided by the previous race qualifying results.
Right.
Same with Indy. Indy's done by speed, but
And no better way to kick off 2026 than we'll see what happens, but a win, we'll take it, right? So
100%. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
it was a remarkable 2025, and the countdown is on to St. Pete. So congratulations, and I can't wait to see where your next career milestone takes you.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing this, guys. Alex Palou, Barry Wanser.
Thanks, Dave.
Ricky, always a pleasure. Thanks, guys. The countdown to 2026 is on.
See you there.